The potential that this country has, the potential our people have, is frightening. If we were only given the chance to be a people as we are, rather than being told and ruled with 500 miles from our own border, is an absolute disgrace. The only path for Scotland is independence. There is no other choice for this country. We must move forward, or else we are heading for absolute oblivion.
Turn me up. Have no trouble leaving, but you're all that I know. Contra, giving up.
Now, what I like is the fact that you're so much younger than me. And it's great to see that sort of. I mean, Tommy's always got the passion, and I personally like it. I mean, some people are not that keen, but you know, he knows that. But I like your passion. So where have you got all this passion from?
Well, I started supporting independence by a very young age, back when I was about maybe 15 years of age. Scotland's a country, obviously, that I grew up in the 1990s. Bear in mind that Westminster hadn't been, was the only parliament up until, obviously, it was reintegrated back into Scottish society, in the 1990s. I've always supported Scottish independence because I believe in fairness. I believe we're a social democratic society. I believe that this nation can do a lot better than what it's been doing previously through, obviously, different Westminster governments and stuff like that. Scotland, I think, is a nation of welcoming people. I think that we can do so much more as a country than we're doing just now. I think we've been held back, as I said, from the different governments we have in Westminster that we don't vote for. And basically, I just love being in a society that's caring, social democratic, whereas compared to other parts of the UK, for example, unfortunately, they don't have those kind of values due to the government they're led by in Westminster. So again, I'm proud to be Scottish, but I'm also an internationalist as well. As I said, I'm a member of the SNP, but I'm maybe classed as a nationalist, but as I said, I'm a forward-looking, pragmatic nationalist that believe in other nations as well, not just Scotland. So as I said, my passion for Scotland is my land of my birth. I'm proud to be Scottish, but as I say, I want Scotland to succeed first and foremost.
I'm 18 and I'm an independence activist. I'm here because I never got the chance to vote in 2014 and I want independence.
And why do you want independence for Scotland?
I want independence because it's not fair. It's not fair that Westminster gets to decide for us. That it's not fair that we as Scottish people don't have complete control over our own fate. And that Westminster, I mean, it keeps screwing us over.
No matter what I say, it's too late to fight. There's a fire in mine. But hey, I wonder what I did for all of this Contra, turn me up.
The people like Chris and all of the team around him deserve as much support as possible for putting the time and the effort into getting this event organised. It's not always about who's here. It's also about going on to the social media, and there are hundreds and sometimes thousands that are following events like this who can't always physically make it
but the fact that it's been organised is important because it keeps the cause of independence on the agenda. And all under one banner. What a brilliant job they do in keeping the cause of independence on the agenda. I represent Hope Over Fear. And Hope Over Fear has tried since 2014. Our first big public event in Glasgow was October 2014 because we were depressed. We were down. We just lost an opportunity to write a new chapter in the history of Scotland. A chapter that would have been about improving the quality of life for all of our citizens. A chapter that would have been about using the vast wealth and resources of Scotland for the millions in Scotland, not the millionaires. When Mr. Cameron in 2013 agreed to a referendum, let's remember, they only agreed to it because support for independence at that time was around 27%. The reason they gave us a referendum is they thought we had no chance of winning.
That's right.
And what Scotland did, what Salmon did, what everybody here did, is we took that 27% and against the wrath and the might of the British establishment. Remember, they got the banks involved. They got the President of America involved. They got the President of China involved. They got the Russian President involved. They got everybody involved to tell us to vote against independence. They got the shipyards to put letters out to all the workers saying, if you vote for independence, there'll be no more shipyards. They got the B&Q and as they say, if you vote for independence, we may have to leave Scotland. And of course, the worst of all was when they got their Project Fear activists to contact the pensioners across Scotland and tell them, oh, if you vote for independence, you'll lose your pension. You'll lose your pension. Brothers and sisters, never ever forget the resources that they put in to that referendum campaign, and they spread fear. They spread fear.
Tell me, tell me enough.
We managed to go, brothers and sisters, let's remember, we managed to go from 27% to a week before the referendum where the secret polls had us at 50+%.
Tell me, tell me enough.
And then they produced the vow. Do you remember the vow? Do you remember Mr. Brown in the Daily Record trying to buy people off? Things will be different. You'll get a lot more power. If you vote for independence, you'll lose your pensions. If you vote for independence, you can't be in the European Union. If you vote for independence, they'll close down the oil refinery, they'll shut the shipyards. Brothers and sisters, we have to celebrate that despite all of that fear, despite it, we went from 27% to 45%. We came within a whisker. We came within a whisker, brothers and sisters. And some people will say, but Tommy, that was 12 years ago. Yes, it was 12 years ago. But don't allow people to take away the sense of achievement in what we did. I was invited into the Heart of the Beast in the BBC, and I sat there with bomber John Reid, former communist turned war activist. I sat there with Joan Lamont, at the time leader of the Scottish branch of the British Labour Party, and they had big smiles in their faces. They said on the programme that they had won. They had won. Go back and check it if you like, but I said to them, when they came to me, I said they're smiling just now, but they won't be smiling for long, because what they've won is a Pyrrhic victory. A Pyrrhic victory. I says, go and look at. But in the course of winning the war, he exhausted all of his troops, he exhausted all of his resources, and although he won that particular battle, he ended up losing the whole war. They lost the war for the hearts and the minds of the people of Scotland, particularly the young people of Scotland. Who would have thought that within 9 months of that result, at that referendum, that the Labour Party in Scotland, where you used to weigh the votes, you didn't need to count them, you weighed them, because the Labour won everything. Who would have thought that within such a short period of time, at the 2015 May election, the Labour Party were reduced to 1 seat. 1 seat out of 59. 1 seat. That's what I mean, brothers and sisters, about the Pyrrhic victory. They were all smiles. They were wrapping themselves in their butcher's apron. But what they had done is they united with the Unionists to do down Scotland. They were in effect telling us that we're no good enough, that we're no big enough, we're no smart enough. They were telling us that we couldn't run our own affairs. And that has come back to haunt them. The Labour Party as a force in Scotland is finished. Independence now runs right through Scottish politics. It is the issue, the determinant of support or not within Scotland. And the only way the Labour Party in Scotland will ever recover, is if it has the courage to say, we're now for independence. We're now for independence. If they're not prepared to support Scottish independence, the truth is they will never, ever recover. What that referendum did, brothers and sisters, is it changed the political terrain in Scotland forever. Can see some of the scars of many, many years of campaigning from some of you who have been in and around the movement for a long time, and most of you who have been there for a long time, you will remember being a supporter of the SNP and independence when support for the SNP was higher than the support for independence. You'll remember that. Now it's transformed. Now support for independence outstrips support for the SNP. In other words, no political party can claim ownership of the independence movement, can claim ownership of the independence cause, because the cause is bigger than any one party or any one individual. Think about what is possible in the future. That's what we have to do, brothers and sisters. We have to always have our eye on the bigger prize. I look here at these saltires, and I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very proud of that flag. Do you know what? I'm also very, very angry. Because see, when we were walking past some people down at I think it was the bowling green or this entertainment centre, I could see some people looking, and they had worry in their faces. And you know why I think they had worry in their faces? Because I think they were worried that this was a racist march. Because you know what angers me? What angers me is those in the extreme right now who have tried to hijack our flag for their cause. This flag here stands for equality, stands for fairness, stands for the redistribution of wealth and power on behalf of all of us. That flag does not represent hate and division and making scapegoats. We've got lots of problems in Scotland. Poverty, low pay, public services that aren't funded properly. We've got lots of problems. But brothers and sisters, we have got 0.12%, 6,500 people are asylum seekers. If you think that our problems are because of 0.12% of the population, you're off your head. Oh, you're just a racist who wants to blame somebody whose colour of skin is different from yours. And I'm not having it. I'm not having that flag hijacked by these racist individuals who say, oh, we're not racist, but you are racist. If you act like a racist, and you salute like a racist, and you chant like a racist, it's probably because you're a racist. Our Scotland, our country, has always had immigration. It's a country of immigrants. The great author, William Machiavelli, he used to write and say that we in Scotland were a mongrel nation, because we're made up from different people. from across the world. Our only reason to oppose anyone coming to this country is if they're coming with the intentions of the Jim Ratcliffes of the world, the billionaires that are coming to close down Ineos and the oil refinery with thousands of jobs lost. The only way this flag here should be used to march against minorities is to march against the minorities of billionaires who are refusing to pay their taxes and closing down our resources.
Here to stay, I can feel it pulling me in the grip. Tie me up behind me like a tidal wave. No matter what I say, it's too late to fight. There's a fire in my head. I wonder what I did for all of this time. Contra, turn me up. Love the thought of leaving with you, all that I know. Contra, give me up. Think you tell me, now you tell me enough. You think you tell me enough, you tell me enough.